Hi friends, you're welcome to another tutorial from me, and in today's tutorial I'm going to share with you on how to make a pant, both the cutting and the stitching process. It can also be called a cigarette pant. I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to make that. So guys, click on the subscribe button to get more videos from me. So place the fabric on fold. That is the first thing to do. Place your fabric on fold. Then from the tip of your fabric, mark 2 inches. Mark 2 inches from the tip of your fabric, and that's going to stand as the band for the pant. Okay, so from that 2 inches mark, then you're going to come down by the length of your pant. For me, the length of my pant is 34 inches. So now I'm going to mark 2 inches allowance, which is going to serve as the 2 inches for the folding allowance at the hem or the bottom of the pants, and make that into a straight line. Then you're going to mark the waist on that 2 inches mark. You're going to be measuring out your waist, and the waist is the hip circumference divided by 4. Then add 2 inches allowance to that. Then come down by the crotch depth. For me, my crotch depth, on that crotch depth, you're going to measure what you have on your waist on the crotch depth to make it out to a straight line. And then on that crotch length, you're going to extend the line and then come out by 2 inches on the crotch length. Come out by 2 inches, and you're going to making a curve there, giving it that crotch curve. So after you're done, mark your crotch on the other side and then measure what you have on your crotch, divide it by 2, mark the midpoint. Whatever you have, come to the length of the pants, measure out the midpoint also there, and then for the ankle there's 12 inches, so divided by 2, that's 6. So I'm going to be marking 3 inches on this side and 3 inches on this other side. So now the next thing to do is to extend this measurements to the bottom of the pants. After you're done with that, then you're going to join the lines together from the bottom of that pants to the crotch depth to the crotch length, and then you're going to do that for the other side too. I'll do this for this other side as well. So now this is what we have for the pant. The front panel is ready. The next thing you're going to do is just to cut this out. You're going to cut it out, trace it to the crotch length down to the waist, and then to the other side of the pant. So in folding, the folded area is in front and this is the open side, as you can see. So now I've cut that out and I've placed it on my back panel. So this is my front panel on my back panel. So now make sure that the front panel, the back panel, is 2 inches higher at the waist area than the front panel. So now on this crotch length here, come out by 2 inches on the back panel. On the waist area to come out by 2 inches, and then on the length, which is the bottom of the pant at the ankle area, come out by 2 inches also, like this. So on this other side here, there is no allowance. Just trace what you have, just trace it out. Now I'm going to be connecting these lines together. So on this crotch length also, I'm coming out by 2 inches, and I'm just going to make out a straight line there, so I can have a straight line. And then I'm going to be curving the crotch depth, giving it a little curve there for the crotch depth. Then I'm going to be connecting the waistline for the back to the waistline of the front, just like this. So now at the bottom of the pant, I'm going to be coming out by 2 inches here also, and then I'm going to join these marks together. I'm going to be using my curved rule to curve out that crotch depth area. So that is what I have, and this is the front at the back panel. That is how simple and how easy it is to cut this pant trouser, a cigarette pant. Is how easy it is. And the next thing to do is just to cut this out. So now I'm done cutting, and you can see this is what I have. So this is it for the front, for both the front and the back panel of the pants trousers. So guys, I'm going to put that aside. Now my pants is going to be having a pocket. So for my pocket, I'm going to be using 12 inches length by 7 inches width. That's 12 inches for the length and 7 inches wideness. So for the front panel, this is the front panel, so I made a beautiful design there. I used another fabric entirely to make one part of the front panel, as you can see. So now I'm going to go back to my sewing machine to stitch this down. I'm going to start the stitching process now. So this is my pocket, 7 by 12, and I've joined my front panel together. So on my front panel, on the right side of my front panel, I'm going to be placing my pocket. So I came down by 3 inches. Now I'm going to place my pocket on that 3 inches mark that I came down with, and then on that pocket I'm going to mark 2 inches. Then from that 2 inches I'm going to mark down 6 inches again. So from that 6 inches now to that 2 inches mark, I'm going to go over to my sewing machine and stitch it down in a straight stitch. So you can see I've done that. So I'm just going to notch those points that I marked. I'm going to notch it, and then I'm going to fold my pocket, and I'm going to give it that curved effect at the tip of the pocket like this. Now I'm going to go back to my sewing machine. I'm going to sew down that curved part, as you can see. So I've sewed it down, and this is my pocket. I've already made my pocket. So I'm going to go back to my sewing machine now, and I'm going to stitch down this point, this area of the pocket. So you can see I've stitched it down, and now my pocket is fully made. So you can see this is my pocket, and so that 6 inches mark is for the freeness of the hand, for the movement of the hand. That was why we opened it by 6 inches. So you can see my pocket is laid down properly. So now this is the back panel. I'm going to go over to my sewing machine to join together this back panel at the crotch area. As you can see, I've done that. So now I'm just going to place my front panel on my back panel. So on the bottom of the pants, I'm going to mark 3 inches. From the bottom of the pant, just mark 3 inches. So from that 3 inches mark now, I'm going to be stitching this down from that 3 inches mark to the top of my pants. So now I'm done stitching. I'm going to do that, the same thing, repeat the same thing for the other side of my pant, also for the other leg of my pant. So I'm going to mark 3 inches. Then from there I'm just going to sew down, making sure that you stitch down the pockets flap also. So now I've done that, as you can see in the video. So this is what I have. So I've stitched down. Now the next thing I'm going to do, that 3 inches that I left open initially, I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to fold it in like in a double fold. So I'm going to be folding it in a double fold, like the way you can see that I'm doing. So I'm going to fold it like that, then stitch it down and fold the other side of and fold the other side also like this. So you can see this is what I have. I'm gonna to stitch that place, that area down, as you can see. Now I'm going to repeat that for the other leg of the pant also. So now I'm done stitching, and this is what I have. As you can see how neat and how beautiful this is. So you can see this is what I have for the other leg of the pants. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to be stitching down the inner part of this pant. So I'm going to stitch it down like this. I'm going to stitch down the inner part of the pants. So but before I stitch down the inner part, so now I've stitched down the inner part of the pants, and this is what it's looking like. This is how it is, as you can see. So the next thing, I'm just going to fold the hem of that pants, that is the bottom. So now this is what we have, and I'm gonna to fold. As you can see, I'm gonna to fold in the 2 inches at the hem that we have. Then you can see this is the other side also. I'm gonna to fold in the 2 inches that we added initially. Now this is the top of the pants, and I'm gonna to fold this also by the 2 inches band that we added. So you can see I folded it in, but I left a little space because it's going to have an elastic band. So I'm going to be passing in my elastic rope into it. So for the elastic, the waist is 39 inches. So I deducted 3 from the waist. So I have 36 inches. My elastic band is 36 inches, and I subtracted 3 inches from the waist. Now I'm going to be passing this elastic thread into this folding that I have. Now I've passed it into it, and this is what I have. So I'm just going to stitch down this elastic band to avoid it moving. I'm just going to stitch it down like this. I'm going to fold each of the elastic band, place it on each other, and I'm going to stitch down. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to close up that opening that I have there. So you can see now, this is the end of the tutorial. I've closed up that opening that I have. So as you can see how neat and beautiful this is looking already. This is our pockets properly installed, very neat, as you can see. And this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also share this video. And if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button so you can get more videos. Bye.